If you were to tell me that just 5 months into my new role that I would get fired, I simply wouldn't believe you. It's oftentimes hard to feel like I belong in corporate America when there's so many people who look like me that have experienced the same issue. And while I graduated college 6 years ago, no one really talks about COVID and how much COVID has changed the workforce. Ever since I graduated college, I've been working remote, and it's made it a true struggle to connect with people, virtually and in person. And the truth of the matter is, corporate America is just hard as I've built this beautiful life for myself in Chicago, amazing friends, a great apartment, all of it. And now I'm just left thinking, where do I go from here? Do I finally give content creation a shot? Do I give my all to my dinner party series? Or do I simply just leave this life behind in Chicago and move back into my dad's house? Truth be told though, there's nothing like a stable 9-to-5 income. I feel like I'm grieving so much at once. It's hard to figure out which one to focus on. In just 3 months, I'll be 29 years old. In one hand, it feels like I'm starting over. But also, on the other hand, this feels like the birth of something beautiful. It's hard to figure out how to feel. And maybe I can feel like both of those things. I know that 29 is still young, but at what point will I finally have the life that I dream of? I've been trying to let go of having control of every aspect of my life. But literally not knowing the next time you'll be paid, it's difficult to just go with the flow. It also just makes me so sad that this is so many people's reality. Sad that this is just the world that we're living in. But also learning that it's just life and learning to let go of control and be patient and put my best foot forward despite the rejection and fear. Unlike most people though, I'm excited about this. I'm excited about this time for myself, this time to explore, and this time to really put my best foot forward. While it's only been 2 weeks since I've been unemployed, I'm confident in my abilities to continue to reach my financial and professional goals despite this setback. So now that I'm on this journey of life and unemployment, the big question that lies is what's next? And while I may not know, I'm super excited to find out. Hey y'all. So it's been about a week since I got let go from my job, and these past couple of weeks I've been trying to keep up a routine for myself, but also trying to deconstruct what my routine looked like with a 9-to-5. Since it's kind of been a week for me to sit and reflect, I want to talk about like now what? Like what is my life going to look like now that I'm unemployed? I really want to start off by saying thank you though. The comments under my last video was so sweet, like so kind, so kind and so supporting. But it also just makes me really sad that this is just a common thing in the workplace and that so many people have gone through it. It makes me really sad, but also trying to understand that it's been like this for years, and it has probably, I don't want to say it, but like it might be like this beyond my years, and it's really going to take for a couple of people to speak up about like these issues in order for them to change, unfortunately. So it's also nice to know that I'm not alone. Getting laid off or getting fired can be very tough, and that's just a word that I can think of right now, but it can be very tough. Like I could easily be going through a period where I'm feeling embarrassed about me being let go, but then I'm also like, girl, now that I'm unemployed, I've gotten to take a chance to kind of think about my life. And so the first couple of days when I was unemployed, I really was like going full force. I made the LinkedIn post. I kind of written out my strategy onto how I'm going to find a new job. But then I also kind of thought about like, is corporate America right for me? Should I really give YouTube a full chance? Like, should I really put my all in it and give it a chance? I also realized that at this moment I am in a career pivot or career switch. A lot of people ask like what industry or role or company, and I'm not going to share the company, but I will share that I was in a client facing role, post sale, not sales. So if you guys are familiar with that org of the business, then you guys might be familiar with what type of role that I was in, which the role allowed for little to no creativity. For the most part, the companies that I have worked at before, I've been in the same type of role. There's been little to no diversity. And I mean, I've noticed that that's corporate America in general, but I can tell that this specific part of, or this specific industry rather, doesn't have a lot of people or women that look like me, or diversity, period. I can say that a lot of the teams that I've worked on have been women dominated. There typically isn't diversity in age, background, not even just race. It's always just been white women. So I've recognized that over the past 5 years. Since my strategy is different and I'm trying to pivot out of the client-facing sales type of role and more to something creative, I've been posting my passion projects on LinkedIn. So this is not a strategy that, you know, I've heard anyone get a job from. I think if I'm telling people what I do, how I do it, then people can see. But if I'm not telling anyone or showing anyone what I'm doing, or no one can see what I'm doing, then how will anyone know? So I've really been trying to focus on pivoting industries, or not even pivoting industries, because it's still kind of in the advertising marketing realm, which I understand that advertising and marketing are two totally separate things. But another strategy that I'm taking is I'm going to more networking events. Now, I know I saw a whole little hoopla thing about Afro tech on TikTok last year, and I'm not really in the tech industry, but I do have a couple of conferences and networking events that I plan on going to this year, so that way I'm out there, I'm meeting people face to face. Also, I have been working remote since I graduated college, and that was 5 years ago. I've been working solely remotely, which I recognize is a luxury, is a privilege, but I really miss that aspect of like meeting people and doing things day to day. I know it's going to be really tiring for me in the beginning, but I'm really excited about that aspect moving forward. Also looking at freelance work, contract work. I really feel like this is the time to take my business seriously. So I host dinner parties here in Chicago, and so it's truly been my passion and my everything. It just takes a lot of money, one, which most business do, and events is like a really expensive thing to do. You guys could please go follow Friends Table on Instagram. We'll be announcing our dinners for the year very, very soon, so I'm super excited about that. Those have been my strategies thus far on finding a new job. Getting fired came at such a right time, but also the wrong time, because my lease is up next month. So it's February now. My lease is up at the end of March. And typically I'm always like, do I want to move to a new apartment? Do I want to like stay in Chicago? Do I want to leave Chicago? I typically think of things like that. But now that my lease is almost up, it's feeling like it's time to leave this apartment too, which is really, really sad, because I love this apartment. Like, I hit the jackpot on landlords, on rent prices, location, everything. I literally have nothing bad to say about my apartment, other than the fact that it has carpet and there's no in-unit washer dryer or a dishwasher. But those are literally like luxuries in my opinion. Like, okay, I could get hardwood floor, but my landlord was like, no, we put the carpet down right before you moved in, so they're probably not getting rid of this carpet anytime soon. My lease is up, and so I'm thinking, like, is it time to leave this apartment, or do I stay? So that's kind of like what's in the future for me as far as my lease being up. It's just sad. It's sad that like this is just the state of the world truly, and I can't wrap my head around it. I know that there used to be a time where you could easily get a job, you could easily get interviews, and that was a privilege within itself. But now I've seen people unemployed for 7 months, a year, 2 years. That's really it. I really just want to say thank you guys so much for the support. Being unemployed sucks. It really sucks, but I'm thankful to have mental capacity that I do. You know, I'm in my right head. I am able-bodied. I can get up and go work a part-time job if I need to. So I'm really thankful for things like that. But yeah, y'all, that is about it. It's only been about 2 weeks since I've been unemployed. So I think I might be on a high. I'm truly enjoying this time off. I haven't even been like sitting around. I've been pretty busy with like working out, doing things for my business. I have some upcoming travels, updating my resume, applying to jobs, posting on LinkedIn. So I've been keeping myself pretty busy. So I haven't really felt the like effects of unemployment just yet. I know I talked about this in the original video that I posted about how I'll be 29 this year. And I feel like I'm having this like mental battle where it's like, you're about to be 29, why aren't you here? But then it's like, you're only 29. Like, that's literally the battle I'm going through in my head. I've seen people who are older than me that don't necessarily have all that they want in life and all that they want to achieve. I'm also just in this mindset of like running my own race and staying my own course. So I think that's something that I'm waking up and taking with me every day as I head on this journey. But thank you guys for being along on this journey with me. Thank you so much. I'm excited to see where it takes me. I'm going to continue to update you guys here on my unemployment journey and finding a job, or you know, taking this content creation thing seriously, taking entrepreneurship seriously, and really just putting my best foot out there for everything that I can do this year. So like I say, I'm on the other side of fear where I'm really just kicking fear in the butt. I don't have time. Thank you guys so much again, and I will see you guys soon.